Hello friends, my name is Vaibhav and I welcome you to my YouTube channel Fragmenting Wisdom. Here it is another video on training need identification. In my previous video, I explained you about difference between training and awareness. I also explained you about what is training need classification as per Tom Boydell. If you need the link of that video, it is given in the description box below. In this video, we will learn about 6 steps approach for training need identification. Please do watch the complete video. Please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon to get the notification about new uploads. Identification of the right training need will help the faculty and the participant to keep their learning goal clear. These 6 steps will help you to achieve that. Step number 1 is to define the purpose and the scope of training need identification. Step number 2, you should collect the baseline data. In step number 3, we should conduct the survey. In step number 4, we should prioritize the issues in the organization. In step number 5, we should take the management approval. And in step number 6, we should communicate the result of training need identification throughout the organization. Let us now learn these 6 steps one by one. The first step is to define the purpose and scope of the training need identification. The purpose and scope of training should be defined considering: is it the annual training need identification? Is it the part of performance appraisal? Is it annual or mid-term training need identification for new joiners? Are we doing it for complete organization or for specific function or department? Which levels of organization chart are covered for training need identification? Answering these questions will help you to define the purpose and the scope of training need identification. Performing the training need identification in an organization is always a critical task. We should adhere to the purpose and the scope which we define in step 1. In step 2, we should always start with the information which we have. The basic information which we need for the training need identification can be collected under 4 categories. The first category is: who are our customers and what are their customer specific requirements. Also check for suppliers and their requirements. The second category is: how much budget provided in business plan and pipeline projects we have. The third category is: what are HR policies and current HR priorities for providing trainings. The fourth and the very important is: check for legal and technological requirements to perform training need identification activity. These 4 key categories will make a base for your TNI survey. Conducting survey is the most critical step of training need identification. This survey can be conducted in 2 ways: interview, group discussion and meetings. The fact-finding interview is most common tool to conduct survey. With this tool, you can obtain views of management and staff on their development needs. Group discussion and meetings provide us an opportunity to staff to give their views, challenge others' view and discuss ideas in depth. The information collected through the survey will be analyzed in this step. In this step, we should prioritize training topics based on importance of issues. The prioritized training topics should be listed for each individual, and then the consolidated report can be prepared. These factors should be considered for preparing report. Purpose and scope of training need identification. Justification for each topic for making its priority. Address topics to be covered under online and on-site trainings in the consolidated report. Believe us, online trainings are also amazingly effective. Training topics should be described on priority basis and define training need review mechanism. This consolidated report is training need identification report, which you need to put in front of management for their approval, which is our next step. The consolidated report prepared in step 4 for prioritized issues, associated trainings and justification should be presented in front of top management for their approval. The top management should approve this report considering the tangible benefits to the organization. The approved training need identification report is now ready to communicate within the organization. The HR should communicate this report with all HODs and associated staff. Then they should move ahead with the training plan and its execution. Please do practice these 6 steps in your organization and let us know about your feedback. Meanwhile, if you like this video, please press the like button and provide your valuable comments in the comment section. If you are not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe and press the bell icon to get the notification about new video uploads. In next video, we will learn about various techniques of training need identification. Till then, be safe, be healthy, and thank you so much for watching Fragmenting Wisdom.